morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Here at Because Bitcoin's Market Check, we do these shows every day, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or sometimes at 11:07 a.m. Eastern Standard Times. Welcome. We're here to talk Bitcoin, crypto, and markets as a whole. I am joined by Tucker, aka Big Haggard, as well as Unbothered Chef Jackus. And we're here to talk about Bitcoin, trading slightly above 60K, sitting around 62.8 at the moment. Basically, everyone's just kind of waiting for that shoe to drop, right? Are we going to run the lows once again, like we've been seeing for 6 months straight? Or are we going to continue this bullish uptrend and continue our seasonality of Q4 being a bullish quarter for crypto? Time will tell, but we're here to discuss it. Yesterday's daily candle, some would argue it is a topping tail and a reversal sign. Other would say it might be a test pump. So time will tell on that, but we're here to talk about it today. Welcome in. I ask kindly to smash the like button early and often. Helps the algorithm push as many people as possible as early on in the stream as possible to spread the good word about crypto, which is what could be coming next is probably an altcoin season, in my humble opinion. So here we are. Welcome, happy Tuesday, and let's get into it. Tucker, Jackus, how are we doing?
Altcoin season, Louis. What are you talking about, brother? What are you talking about?
Too soon?
We've just been looking for that for what feels like eternity at this point, man. Oh, jeez.
It's the longest period of altcoin underperformance in history.
I still think this probably goes a little bit higher, if I'm being honest. I still think you actually probably are going to get 60 at this point. I mean,
it's likely because
say, it's as you say, right? The impulse, right?
Origin of the impulse. But it will largely depend on ETH, obviously. So I think the moment ETH USD bottoms, that's when ETH BTC bottoms, and that's when BTC dominance stops. I think like there's been so many alts to play in this whole time, though, which is also important to say, right? So it's like the general altcoin market did not outperform largely this whole time, but there has been so many that did so well in the meantime too. And not just the small ones, but even if you think like what Solana has done since the bottoms, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see I see a lot of comments saying Ben Cohen was right. I mean, yeah, right? Like 60%.
Yeah, but he has also been saying that Solana will go to $5, right? So
yeah. So there's some nuance there, but here's where something like the claim that Bitcoin dominance can go to 60%, like the extrapolation that data means that your altcoins aren't going to do well is fundamentally wrong, right? Like it completely depends on what altcoins you're in, right? Because this entire time, like we've talked about, this whole time, right? Bitcoin's up what, like 4x off the bottom? I mean, these altcoins did that last week, like so.
Yeah, depending what you're looking at, if you're looking at, which I think, I don't know. I mean, I follow Ben Cohen. Listen, I followed him last cycle. He was one of the few, people in the space who, talked about the data, talked about the Bitcoin cycles. And I learned a lot from him last cycle, following him, 2018, 2019, caught some good plays like Cardano and stuff like that. And the difference between, he's following the Bitcoin dominance and he's following like large cap altcoins compared to Bitcoin. And a lot of large cap altcoins have definitely underperformed, but there's also been coins that, yeah, you could say you're right all you want, or someone's right. Yeah, great. But you've also missed thousands of percent of gains in stuff like Pepe, yeah, and stuff like Boys Club. Or, there's tons of different opportunities out there where, I mean, if you sat in Bitcoin, yeah, you had a good first half of the year, or yeah, you had a good first quarter of the year, but you've kind of been, your portfolio has been trading sideways while, some altcoins are taking turns doing hundreds of percents in gains. So, I mean, there is an opportunity cost there, right? You kind of have to be, looking at the right stuff and be in the trenches. So, I mean, anyone can be right in this industry. Wow, look at that. You
Study
could be right,
that.
but what's the opportunity cost behind that, and what's the context behind it? And I think that's missing.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
well said. On his defense, though, and that will sound weird for me, but like I understand his point because he has made so much money, especially from his business, right? That he doesn't have to care about larger percentage moves. Like he is happy with just Bitcoin, basically at this point, right? Like he's happy if Bitcoin does 100, 200%. So he's really not caring about like stuff like Pepe, I would even say. So it's always important to understand everyone's motives and where they're coming from.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you are cash flowing, hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, and you can afford to just sit in Bitcoin and not worry about trading in and out of altcoins,
Yeah.
you're gonna do it. I would do the same thing, right? Like anybody would. So
But I mean, let's
yeah,
be honest, majority of people that are coming on YouTube and looking for information on the crypto space, they're trying to create that worth, right? You're trying to create that, that increased net worth where you could kind of then eventually, um, disperse your money into less riskier assets. And even Bitcoin, which to us is a less riskier asset, but someone in the real world, they'd look at you with five, like you had five heads if you said, oh yeah, I'm in Bitcoin, it's not that risky. But to us in crypto land, Bitcoin is the least risky out of everything. And yeah, and I would agree, it depends, like, everyone's got their own financial situation, right? Like some of us are trying to create that massive net worth, or that massive cash flowing business, right? While others have already done that, and they're just looking to diversify their money and gain a yield on their money, really. So, but if I had to guess, right, majority of people coming into crypto are looking for those gains. Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to level up out of my Honda Civic. Yeah. So I mean,
Toyota
you could be,
Corolla next.
yeah. I mean, so
that
he
has
could be
that has
right,
two
but
meanings. That has two
at the
meanings.
same time, I think a majority of the value people are looking for is finding those gems and finding those plays that can, exponentially change your life, right? And that's what we're here for. So, I mean, there's two ways to look at it. So,
Yeah, I mean, I want to get your guys' opinion, because at least what I've kind of been up to recently is all my stuff on ETH. I'm just kind of in a holding pattern, right? And if you're in the Discord, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But there's been a lot, and I don't know if you've dabbled at all, Louis or Jackus, but there's been a lot of opportunity in the soul trenches the last month or so. I mean, it really feels like we are back. I'll tell you what, it feels like we are back. Um, and we've been absolutely printing, right? We've been absolutely printing in the trenches. So I don't know if you guys have been dabbling at all, but it's been fruitful. It's been very fruitful, and I would recommend, Louis, that you take a look.
I know I usually stay away from Soul. I do. I'm
I
not
used
a
to
big
too,
fan.
man. I used to do the
Yeah.
same thing.
But I mean, what we do know is that Soul, I mean, at least from the lows in 2023, the end of 2023, Soul and Soul on chain stuff did lead the way, right? We saw Soul obviously massive run from the lows. I think it went from $8, $9 to like, what did it go to? Like almost $100. And then you saw Soul on chain coins just mint millionaires early this year. Yeah, what did it go from? It was at like
Went
eight,
from
$9.
8 to
200. Yeah,
209.
exactly. Yeah. And it was the first
Yeah.
mover. And then you saw that money kind of trickle over, into ETH on chain. So what I would hate to do is, be sitting and in the trenches on ETH, because I am, I'm looking at stuff on chain, on ETH, as well as base. I'm extremely bullish on base chain. I would hate to start moving those funds over to Sol to start chasing and then see that liquidity flow back to ETH where I just left. So, but I might have to take a look. I might have to dabble because you're 100% right. It can't be ignored
Should I
that
give the
Sol on
whole?
chain's getting the bid.
Should I give the entire rotational culture coin rotation right here? I think I should. Guys. This is gonna be crazy. You guys are gonna want to see this. All right. So, because Sol, okay, Louis, I will agree with you. Sol is a little bit different. Okay. Wow. Giga Chad. Oh my god. The 1618 didn't even do anything. That's crazy.
Is that the
But
log?
here. No, that's not in
Linear.
log.
It's linear.
Let me you gotta learn Sol a little bit. Oh my god.
That's crazy.
We traded this the other day right in here. Bang.
What is the market cap of those?
This is 40 mil. This is, I don't know what lock-in is actually. I'm guessing it's around 40. Aura's 22 mil. GigaChad's 500 mil. So
That's funny.
basically,
Three of them is trading at 0.04.
I know. But this is 10x higher. But look, this is how the culture rotation of Sol goes. Okay. You get, I hate how it's showing. This is like a lot to look at, but you get the big cap pump. I'm pretty sure this one happened next. Yeah. Then you get the lock-in pump. Then you get the Sigma pump. Okay. Now I know, Louis. I understand. Okay, I'm on the same page.
I gotta turn my brain off. I know.
Your brain is simply too on. Your brain is too on.
I know, because I know Wabi's killing it. And like yesterday on the afternoon call, I was listening to Wabi, and I'm just like, oh my god, like it's like, but yeah, he's killing it right now. Like he's in the trenches. He's making tons of money, but for some reason, my brain's telling me like I shouldn't. But like obviously, this is where the opportunity is. So it might be brain off season.
Yeah. So this is how that money flows through Sol, and I had to learn because I didn't really get back into the trenches until like a month ago. I really took like March to August off, really, but yeah, I've been trading these and just rotating them back into good old Flog because I think that is going a lot higher. It's going a lot higher, and it's fun. It's nice because it's like all my stuff on ETH. Leave it there, right? Those bags are packed. Let them ride. But it is fun to have like an active, hot phantom wallet that you can just, try to run up. But
how's Sui looking? I know you were dabbling.
How much, Tucker? Before you jump to else, how much percentage of your portfolio do you allocate to playing with these? Just curious.
It's a good question. I'd say, well, I kind of split it up. So the stuff on ETH and then Flog, and then like kind of in a more, the DGen wallet, I play with this stuff right here, right? So I would say like 15% is in a wallet that plays with this. Maybe, probably 15%. And then I'll rotate that up to Flog. And I know what I'm saying sounds just absolutely ridiculous. I know that, but yeah. Like the bags that are packed, probably including Flog, represent like 75%, 70, 80% of the port. That's probably just locked and loaded. I don't know. I haven't looked at all that in a minute actually. This might be more because like these, you can run these wallets up pretty quick, honestly. But yeah.
I do agree. I just am a bit skeptical of the risk in the market right now when we saw scam like FTT token pump 150% in the recent days.
Did it
And
pump?
now we are,
I didn't know that.
yeah, and now we see the absolute risk of the risk pumping as the last. So that gets me a little bit worried if like I think the worry that Louis had, right? Like he's like, I see it, but I'm afraid to move there because if I do, it's a rug pull time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And then also with even a smaller percentage, like Louis said, we've been playing on Sui beta, Sui meme coins, which is a whole nother ball game, right? Because that's the thing, right? All your memes on ETH trade very differently than your memes on Sol, which are very different from your memes on. They all trade slightly differently, so there is a bit of a learning curve. And I'm not going to put any of the Sui memes up here because they're
I'm
tiny.
sure
But
someone is listening to, and he's like, "What the fuck did he just spoke about for the past 10 minutes?"
yeah,
No,
Do
you
I
have
need
you have no idea.
do I need like a university to learn this language, or what's going
Yeah.
on?
Wabi
do.
needs to start it because Wabi is totally in tune with this stuff, and he was talking yesterday. I'm like, what is he talking about?
Yeah,
But there's a whole generation of young guys, the Gen Zers that they're, this is they're growing up in this gambling type. We were talking about this yesterday, Jack. They're growing up in this like gambling type, mentality and yeah, this is how they talk. It's the Sigmas, it's the Skibbities, it's the Skibbity toilet, whatever. I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
no, hang on. Yeah, no, Wabi is not ready to quit. Wabi is
Wabi-
absolutely printing harder than I've almost ever seen. We are in Wabi season right now. Okay,
Wabi's world.
Q4 to Q1 is Wabi seasonality, and you cannot fade Wabi seasonality. If anyone was in the Discord or followed him on Twitter last year, you will remember the heater that he was on for about 6 months last year, and it was quite something. And that season is back, guys. That season is back. So yeah, he's been making some great calls. I know he wrote SPX 6900 up. I know he did that. Look at that. Oh my God. Look at the TA we were doing down here.
I was so fun. I was literally getting ready to say, yeah, that thing's probably topped. And listen, the bid is there. The bid is there. It's on Sol. It's strong, which is promising because I'm telling you, this is exactly how we started end of 2023. Like everything on Sol was popping off. And then you saw the rest of the market, follow through. The months leading, following that. So I mean, this is a good sign. I know it's crazy. I know it's silly. It's like all this stuff that's pumping like crazy, but it might be more of a starting gun, to what I said in the intro, that altcoin season. This is what it looks like. Everything just nothing making sense. We're in bizarro world and everything kind of pumping stuff that people wouldn't think is going to pump. And it's just, it's catching bids, massive bids.
Yeah, well, this is what I was talking about, right? And all the memes I just showed on the 4-quadrant screen, right? Like Bitcoin dominance is going up this whole time, and these memes are pulling off these wild moves. And it's like if you were just sitting in Bitcoin, you waiting for dominance to fall to get into memes, like you are missing out. There is a big opportunity cost with that. I didn't mean to make this whole stream about memes, but I mean, that's
what's
what I've been
hot.
doing.
It's what's hot.
It's what's hot. It's what's going on.
You can't deny the money flow.
No, you can't. You really can't. But
what percentage gains?
Let me tell you, boomers are investing in the wrong SPX.
Yeah. This is their SPX. Doing okay.
Still looks better than my altcoins.
Little all-time high retest. Yeah.
What do you think about this, Jack? You think we're gonna hold these highs here?
Like I could see an easy way how this could end up a deviation, right? And I bet there is so many people drawing them, but I advise to people to do what is always the best, and that's just following the trend and not like be like, yeah, this could be that. Like, yeah, it could be, but until it is, you just keep riding the trend. And as of right now, I do not see any imminent risk for the market to sell off that way. I do think we can have a pullback. I do think we can have a shakeout to, like, to basically retest that prior all-time highs line that you have there, Tucker, but or slightly lower. But until we break the September low, we will. I expect us to keep grinding higher for some time still.
Oh man, look at Nvidia. Nvidia's about to go
Videos
for it.
breaking out. Yep.
That's good because I'm in.
What do you think
We
about
are
like
in.
QQQ and IWM here? Because I mean, I still think IWM is just kind of bull chopping, like this
Yeah.
whole,
I think so, and we would love to see IWM at new all-time highs because that's generally bullish for altcoins too. If we look at the seasonality as well with IWM,
Yeah, we
like
do.
whenever what I'm trying to say, whenever IWM is pumped, not that they are like directly correlated, but there certainly is some correlation. And when IWM or like Russell pumps, then because Russell is an index for low cap stocks, right? So it's a risk on season, and therefore it's low cap shitcoins in the crypto realm as well pumping. So
Yeah.
I think bullish,
Yeah.
bullish
We
and bullish.
definitely need this thing in price discovery if we want to see Bitcoin break out. I mean, not that it has to, but it's, every single time Bitcoin's broken out, this is above its previous all-time high. So, but this bit concerning, and this is a little bit concerning. Oh, actually, that's not bad. I don't know where I drew this line from. I don't know how valid that is, but give me a little bearish retest, send it down.
That's a
Yeah.
hopium line. That's a
No,
that's
it's
a
a good
pure
line, Jack.
hopium line.
That's a good line. That was probably a cope line, if I'm being
Well,
honest.
there's on my Dixie chart. I have Dixie's coming into a key horizontal as well, coming into resistance. So
I mean, yeah, there's, I mean, you could draw this however you want. I draw it to the body, maybe.
I do view DXY going to the new 2023 highs.
No, Jackass. No, we can't do that. Above here,
Yeah.
107. That would be not good, Jackass. That would be terrible, actually.
Study 2017.
Yeah, 2017. Where, like, you think, oh, you're saying you think we're here?
Yeah.
It spiked into January and then it nuked. You think we correct until the new year?
No.
Or you think we can go up while this pops?
I simply think that DXY doesn't matter as much for the price of Bitcoin for the next few months.
Yeah, fair.
But I do think that DXY is going to go up before it goes significantly lower.
Let's see how long this was. I don't know where you want to measure this from. I mean, that's kind of where I think it is, though. I think it's in this green box because just the time too, like 800-ish days, 800-ish days. This was only 600 days. I think there's more confluence for it being. I mean, I guess this was June of 17 though, so that would be next year. So I get that, but
I don't think that the timing really matters here
you don't
as
think it
much.
matters? The length of the
No.
range?
I think the lengths of the ranges are good, but levels are even more important.
I don't
I think this
know.
I think this range is definitely a distributive one. Like
Yeah.
we had that bump in 2021, 22. Sorry, well, it began in 2021, kind of, and that overshot clearly, right? Like the whole world was in panic, dollar milkshake theory, all that bullshit. US yields to go to 13% or something like that. Market overshot and then it dropped, and it's distributing basically right now since then. So we just swept the range lows. It's still a range, and usually go to the next extreme, which is the range highs. And when the market is distributing, I don't think that the risk on assets care that much, as long as it's not cycle bottoming and pumping, right?
I think like these two were pretty similar, right? Like you kind of had your little, and then you popped and dropped, right? Here we had a massive spike and now we're distributing. So do we get that final, or do we just go down? That's the only question.
Basically. I still think that this is a decade-long top for DXY. And I think that DXY will go as low as like 80.
80. Oh, down here.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the impulse, huh?
Jack, are you a proponent of the fall of the U.S. dynasty?
Well,
80 would be crazy.
Looking at your presidential candidates.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair, Jackass. I don't think it matters. I don't even think it matters who wins, though. I think markets are going to pump regardless.
Oh, listen, I think if Democrats win, then things are even more shitty than they are. But it doesn't really matter. They are shitty in both occasions.
Yeah.
But it's definitely going to be bad for everyone if the Dems win.
As far as the Dixie goes, I like if you could underlay Bitcoin. I like to look at the bounce off range lows in December for the DXY, and look at the price action we saw on Bitcoin, in that time period where the Dixie was bouncing, and we did see a massive pump in Bitcoin as well.
You're talking about last year,
right? It was December 2023. Like right before the ETF launch. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you had the dollar rallying from range lows to range highs, and you had Bitcoin putting in an 80% move to the upside. So that's why I'm not too concerned about the DXY here. Normally, seeing the DXY rally would make me more nervous for risk assets. But just looking at the data we have, the last time DXY came down to range lows and traded back into range highs, we had a 90% pump on Bitcoin. So just using that data from the last example, it doesn't worry me too much here. So, but I don't think this bounce is long lived. I think it's a short lived bounce, dead cat bounce, where we should see some rejection either in the mid range. I don't think we're going to get back to range high like Jack is saying, but you never know. We could run all the highs on one last gasp, kind of like we saw back in 2020, right? If you look at 2020, you had that one big pump and run of the highs right there. Yeah, before.
Well, that was COVID.
Okay, yeah, so that's COVID. So, yeah, that's
they always find some excuse.
We're throwing COVID out the window, Jack. We're not going to account for COVID. But unless it's I will concede this did happen, and there was no event, really, I don't think so.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, think of how many wars there are, right, Tucker? They could just say, like, oh, big bomb down somewhere, and that would just nuke the markets. It's like the yen carry trade, basically, right? it went off, it completely resetted the wicks and all the markets, and that's all that was needed. There is always some excuse for it. And I mean, COVID is a good excuse, but like, you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
There is
Yeah.
always what I'm trying to say is that there is always something.
Yeah, I don't know what it was back here. I'm sure there was something. I mean, this was the election, I guess, right? Like November. Yeah. This is when
Yeah.
Trump won, and then we continued pumping. Really, I guess we put in the complacency shoulder when Trump got inaugurated, and then it was down only. So maybe there is a window between the election and the actual inauguration. Are we dumping right now? I think we're dumping.
Slightly.
Yeah.
I have the heat map pulled up.
It's over. It's over.
For
You
Bitcoin.
got the heat map?
Yeah,
You want to pull it up?
I got it up. Just pull me up.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
So it's looking, like locally, right? We have some liquidity here at 61.8. Pretty built up. Which, like, if you look at this chart itself, it's there's not much significance there for the chart. Kind of a weird area to have that much liquidity. But we could be coming for that. Like, it looks like we're coming for it right now. Before continuing higher. I think same thing on ETH as well. If I could just type ETH in here, I think it comes up, right? Yeah, Binance ETH. I think ETH had a similar look. Yep. So I saw this yesterday. I posted it on Twitter. It looks like we are finally coming into this. We had a lot of liquidity right below us at 2.4K. But other than that, like, zooming out on the higher time frames for Bitcoin, most of it's above us. Like, if you look at like a weekly, I mean, obviously, other than below 60K, this isn't the one I was looking at. What was I looking at last?
3 month.
Monthly? The 3 month?
3 month.
Try the monthly.
But I think this scaling is properly, like, we will be like on the 1 month time frame, right? We will go for that 1 month's liquidity, 1 week liquidity, and then we will go for that liquidity above us. It's like in 3 months, or like, I think we are going to end up October bullish, right? But I still do think that we're going for the sweep first, local one, not the delusional bears thing that we are going to 40K.
Wait a second. We sweep what, Jackus?
60K.
You think we set new monthly lows or no?
Yeah.
Jackus, come on. No new monthly lows. That would invalidate my tweet, Jackus.
You can always delete that and tweet a new one.
No, I don't delete tweets. Can't be done.
So yeah, so like, I mean, just looking at this, right? Like, you have this little blip on the map, which is slightly below 60K, revisiting the low, maybe even double bottom. But I mean, other than that, like, this is the 6 month, right? I mean, it's all above us. So, we could meddle around down here a little longer. And we've been discussing that as a possible scenario in our Discord. But realistically, to most of us, I mean, to all of us, right? It doesn't really matter, right? Because what comes next, it is more of a massive market move to the upside. So trying to get cute with it, as I would say, trying to sell your portfolio here just to buy back slightly lower, is not worth the risk. It's more or less, buying pullbacks and buying stuff you think is going to last the test of time for the next 3 to 6 months, and just kind of holding on. That's the kind of mode I'm in. That's how I would recommend, like, your everyday person is trying to get involved in crypto. Just find projects, start buying, and don't worry about the local volatility, because looking back in hindsight 3 to 6 months from now, you're going to laugh that you even worried about, a run of 60K. You know what I mean? You're going to be like, wow, that was a blip on the map. And we're way higher from here. So regardless if we do or not, I think it's in everyone's best interest, just finding what you like, find those projects, and just start bidding. Be the bid that you hope you wish you saw,
Preach.
Bidding, but sub 60K.
Yeah. Or wait for 60K.
Fine.
At least start DCing,
Oh, totally. like this is what I keep on telling people, right? It's basically like it depends on your size, your risk appetite, and whether you are comfortable holding through. Are you able to managing it? Are you able to watch the price move up or down a little, right? That's like everyone needs to figure it out for themselves, because lots of people, exactly as you said, Louis, right? Like many people will be just okay basically looking at the chart and just this will be a little blip in the future where they will just laugh whether it was 62 or 60k, just like I laugh nowadays when I told people at 20k that it's a good higher time frame buy area, and then it jerked there for many months. And then we even dipped through FTX, right, to as low as 15.8k. And it felt like a big one. But if you look historically, like you gotta laugh. And I feel this is going to be the same. And I think we are super close now. Super close. So as I said, I think October ends up bullish, but or no, but Q4 will end up even more bullish, in my opinion.
What are you spaghettiing here, Louis?
You're gonna look at some majors.
I don't know if you want XRP on there, brother.
I mean, it's on the top, sir.
I don't know. Roll back a little farther, huh?
Never. See, this is interesting. I gotta take a look at BNB. I think Jackus has a good chart on it if he's gracious enough to show it. But BNB to me looks like it's coiling up for a big move. With CZ being out of prison at this point, it could be a narrative that we see change for a quiet narrative as far as BNB has been over the last couple months. But this is something interesting. That's why I like these spaghettis. You can see the trend change. Like you can see it looks as if BNB is going to start outperforming and XRP might start underperforming locally here. And it might be worth a look.
Do you know what's funny? The exact day that CZ got out of jail was literally the market top.
Yeah. He's like, all right, I'm back. I want to buy the dip.
Basically. But like that's exactly how it is. The same thing with October, right? People will be like, first days of October, and everyone will be like, oh, you said October, you're so wrong. And then it's just a little blip, and then it's higher. So I think it's going to be the same with CZ, right? BNB is going to 4 digits this cycle at minimum.
Wow. Yeah, BNB looks good, man. I was just looking at it. Yeah, I think that chart goes higher, and that's good for altcoins for sure.
Yeah, obviously, like, listen, markets are evolving, right? And we cannot like see what will be happening 6 months from now. But as of right now, it's just poised to go higher.
Let's look at that. Let's
You got another one?
Let's look at BNB since we were just talking about it. I know I have the chart somewhere, but there it is. Oh.
There you are.
Let's see what I got drawn up here. I don't even know. It's kind of ugly, but I mean, yeah, there's like I've talked about this before too. It's like consolidation under a major, resistance. Obviously, the old 2021 highs. The fact that we tagged it, got rejected. Jack has played this absolutely beautifully. Everyone was getting bullish on BNB here. He got the run up, sold the top, and I think he started buying back down here, if I'm not mistaken. But consolidation under a major obvious resistance in bull markets is actually pretty bullish, in my opinion, because eventually we got one tap here. Eventually we'll get maybe another tap, and maybe on the third tap we go. But the more taps at this resistance, the more likely that it is that it does pop to the upside. So, but I mean, this looks kind of have that ascending triangle or pennant type look. You kind of basically have a flat top other than this spike here. And you have rising lows underneath, and basically a price pinch or coil in price. And usually these break to the upside and are continuation patterns. So, yeah, and you said 4-digit BNB, Jackus. So, with that said, you're talking 1,000 plus.
That's minimum,
minimum,
in my opinion.
Yeah.
I have two things. First, you can extend the line you have there on the left, the trend line.
Mm-hmm.
You can extend it, the one going through 2023 lows. At the bottom, the trend line, not the horizontal, the
one?
trend line. You can extend it to the right.
Oh, no, there you go. It lines up with that. Look at that.
And second, if you go to the 2021-2020 cycle, you will see the exact same thing you just talked about. No. Even like the prior base, right? And if you zoom in, it was also coiling up. It kept sweeping the highs. And then it just couldn't hold the pressure anymore and just boom. Pretty much.
So you're talking about this right here?
Yeah. It's not the same, but I think the key thing is like the pressure keep building up. The price doesn't want to go down, and it just keeps pressing, and then the triggers come, and everything shoots up.
Yeah, it's definitely a coil, or that's what I mean by a coil or a pinch. It's like it's the buying and selling back and forth. It does build up some sort of pressure, whether it's actually real or not. But you can see it in the chart, and eventually that gets released, and one way has to give, right? It's either going to go up or going to go down, and we think it's going to go up, obviously, if history is to do what it normally does. So I mean, yeah, BNB, this looks beautiful. We're holding this demand. Can probably just draw this way. Yep, major demand from 2021. That bull run cycle, and this is something that's trading well off its lows. Many altcoins are still trading down in their bear market lows, or at least maybe on top of it. This is something similar to a Sol broke out early and has been consolidating near its old all-time highs, which is bullish. You know what I mean? That's a bullish sign. That's the market telling you that there's a major demand for it. And it's not only did it get demand, but it also held on to most of those gains. So, there are still buyers in the market, and the ones that bought early aren't willing to, sell all of their bags just yet. So
I think we can come back and retest that line, the trend line there. Still, but essentially this, right? It might actually happen pretty similar as to 2021, where like the coins will keep on pressing until end of the year and truly only go parabolic. Like they'll go up from here, more or less, but truly break out to parabolic extensions in the beginning of 2025. We'll see how that happens exactly timing-wise. And also, by the way, guys, what's really interesting, each cycle, people thought it's not possible anymore. That like it's not possible for alts to pump the way they have before. And it's been 2014, 15. That was the first one. Then there was 2017 ICO. And yet it happened in the past one. And in the past one, everyone was saying not anymore. And nowadays, everyone's looking at this chart like, no, it surely cannot happen that way. It surely can't.
Surely not. Surely not.
Surely not. Recession is coming.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be probably the most vertical recession.
Wait, guys, we have the HBO documentary supposedly naming Satoshi coming out tonight.
I thought they did already. Was it each episode's a different person? I don't get it.
No, they're like they're saying they have the name.
Yeah, I think that's just to build up FOMO to watch it.
Too. I think it's not real. I think it's bullshit. But yeah, that is tonight.
They will legit say like at the end they'll be like, yeah, so after all this discovery we found out that he's likely dead. Or like it could be all of these guys. You know?
Yeah.
Or none of them.
They have no idea. They have no idea.
It's better off we don't know at this point.
Yeah, that's how they'll end it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's better if we do not know. But we just wanted to give you everything we know, which is nothing. Joe Rogan, Satoshi. No, listen. Max is Satoshi.
Yeah.
Max
Today, today Z posted a great meme with him as Satoshi in the BB Discord. It was funny.
That was a good one.
What was it saying? I forgot.
No, it was just here. I will let me see if I can get it.
It was funny. We have to show. It was a good one, Z, if you are watching.
Oh, it was a great one. Let's see.
I mean, altcoin market cap looks good here too, guys. We just gotta wait. We just gotta, we're at demand. We got a breakout. We got a throwback. We could chop around here for a little longer, but once we start breaking these local highs, this is when we all had fun the last like 2 or 3 weeks, and that's all that happened, which is literally nothing compared to what we're used to seeing. Like the move from here, the move from where we're at now to at least back to the old all-time highs, that's the real fun to hear. And then obviously, we usually break it. Like this is 2017 all-time highs. If I had to compare to where we are now to where we're going, right? 2017, you had your bear market. You came out of those lows, you consolidated after your first run, and then you really went, right? So that's what we're waiting for. We got to be patient, wait for this consolidation, but higher is likely on the menu. We just got to be patient.
Yeah. By the way, Tak, I tagged you.
Huh?
I tagged you. And Z just saw it, so I think he's watching the show. Good job on that meme, Z.
Wait, did you put it up?
I put it on the Discord and tagged you, man. What the in the market.
Oh, there it is. Let's see if I can
Yeah.
see if I can put it on here. I don't even know what I'm looking at. Bitcoin. Yeah, there it is.
I wonder what Z was putting as a prompt there. Put Max as a Satoshi and write nobody knows for sure.
There it is. Unbelievable. That's what Max is going to look like in 40 years.
40 years, man. He is in crypto. This is how he will look in a single year.
Next cycle, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
This cycle, Max is like up only. Bears are about to lose everything. Max next cycle. Nobody knows for sure, guy.
Nobody knows for sure. Oh man, what do you guys want to look at?
Soybean. Definitely soybeans.
Is it time? Did you check?
I did not, but I know it's bad.
I know. I can feel it too. Louis, will you check for me?
Yeah, I'm looking now.
We're going to do cocoa. You guys get cocoa today.
Cocoa. We're at 168 with 400 people watching.
Wow, that's
so
bad.
Shame.
That's basically
shame.
That is bad, man.
That's less than half of you are liking what you're watching. If you don't like what you're watching, why are you watching it?
It's a great
do
question.
Do you not value your time?
No, they were just greedy for that soybean and cocoa chart. They just need it in their life. They do.
They like it.
someone yesterday said that he's going to become a soybean. He's going to ape everything into soybeans because of us. So this is what it is.
Ooh, lower. I got lower on soybeans, guys.
Why don't we have a soybean on Sol? That's the real question. Tucker.
A soybean ticker on Sol.
Yeah. You need to launch it.
I would buy it. I would buy it immediately.
And then every time it's a soybean chart on market check, it's time for people to ape soybeans.
Jackus, are
Study
we
pump
begging?
fundamentals.
Are we begging for likes? Is that what's happening?
Yes.
Yes.
No. No begging. There's no begging going on.
Please, may I have some more?
No.
You ever see that meme?
This is more of a
Please,
demand.
sir. Yeah.
Supply and demand. Study
Yeah,
economics
the supply and
101.
demand. Rapper and 7-star. Louis, check the likes for me because I would like to look. Oh, what do you know? Oh, what do you know?
We've broken 200, but I think we can get to 225, 250 minimum before
I
we
really want to
leave.
look at. I really want to look at 7-star. I wonder what.
Yeah.
I swear that nobody talks better about likes than Max. He's like
Yeah.
always so good at explaining. He's like going to make you feel bad if you don't press it.
Yeah.
Commenting here is greater than likes. I don't know if the algorithm
No.
respects that though. I don't know.
Yeah, the algorithm only respects likes, not comments. Especially when it comes like on YouTube. That is, it's different on X, but on X actually, you guys, that the most valuable ones are retweets. Actually, not likes. Fucking algo,
That's
man.
fair. That's fair, DoorDash. All right, I'm looking at 7-star.
Not DoorDash, bro. Okay.
Dash is like, but if you are having an engaging discussion,
not a
meanwhile
thing?
meanwhile the whole comment section is
Oh,
just
no.
spamming cash tags, man, with locals.
Oh man, these both aren't on TradingView. It's
Yeah, we
unfortunate.
can't look at it.
Yeah, you can look at it on Deck Screener, but I'm not gonna do that right now. Okay, here we go, boys. Here we go. Here we go.
I mean, that looks great.
You like that?
I like Aura. It's got some strong Aura presence.
I like that. I like this chart.
I like slow bleeds into support.
We showed you guys. We showed you the rotation. Giga Chad, lock in, Sigma. Now it's Aura time. The boys have been in.
Do you know what's funny there? That you can actually name 3 of those, and it can sound like you just created a sentence to someone.
I know.
Like, hey, GigaChat, lock in Aura, right? And then you name 3 of them, and it's a sentence.
Lock in Sigma Aura.
That's how these Gen Zers talk, dude. It's funny. I've been thinking, but it's like you see like back in the day when we had like those alien movies where like the aliens would come and they'd be like beep bop boop beep. You know what I mean? Like maybe that's like how evolution is. Like you go from like English language to like skibbity boop bop, and like eventually the language turns.
That is not evolution. No, it can't be.
That's where the alien language comes from. We're seeing it before our eyes. Just skibbity toilet boop bop beep.
That's devolution
of the language, at least.
Basically,
yeah, that is devolution
of the brain rot.
All right, let's see. All right, guys.
Bro, I love the YouTube movies with Spider-Man being a brain rot. Not sure if you guys seen those. That's so funny. I gotta send you after.
Let's see here.
The YouTube
did
algo is
do that.
definitely different in Europe than it is in the US. I gotta tell you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Damn it. All right. Here's what I'm thinking. Above here. Okay. And this is going to fly above 0.27 and you're off to the races, man. I think you are off to the races. Yeah.
Wait, you said that Aura is racist?
No. Off to the races.
All right.
All right. But that's enough about Aura. That's enough about Aura. What else do we want to look at?
I want to discuss Hood.
Oh yeah, Hood. Oh shoot. I typed in good.
It's making new highs. That's I think that this is going to be the exchange of preference because it's clearly winning against Coinbase right now, at least. Can you put Coinbase side by side?
Impulse, Jackass. Impulse. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks way
Can you-
stronger. Sigma.
All right, let's see here. Yeah, because Coinbase kind of already made that move, I guess. I mean, right. I mean, yeah, Hood looks way stronger, like locally, for sure.
Yeah, local. Like they were going kind of side by side before, but now it seems that Hood is onto something, and the insiders knows.
Yeah, it feels like Hood is gonna start listing stuff, man.
Yeah, like Pepe.
Like
yeah.
Pepe, which Coinbase does not.
Coinbase won't do it, but all we need is Robinhood to do it, man.
I feel like
When will-
Coinbase would list base Pepe before actual Pepe.
Yeah.
Coinbase? Maybe.
Imagine.
Wait, didn't they do so?
No.
No.
But
you would know. You would know. You would know.
You would know.
Did it? But
There would
didn't
be
some,
signs.
Did not some exchange do something like that? Like I feel like there was
With what?
I think there was an AAA meme that was supposed to be listed on exchange, but they didn't list it, and they listed the higher beta.
Oh,
instead.
they okay. So Coinbase is listed Pepe and with futures, but not spot, and then they listed DGen spot, which DGen is like just it's on base, but
It's a base
like,
chain. Yeah, like it's gonna happen.
I mean, this is hang on.
Yeah, it's
Let me find a
chart.
longer chart spot. Yeah, I mean this is DGen. I think that's 78 mil. I'm pretty sure.
Someone in the chat says it was Nero.
Did Coinbase list Nero? No, I know Binance did that.
Binance did.
Binance did that.
That was definitely a cabal.
Dorito said Flog will get listed on Binance and Coinbase before Pepe. I mean, dude, they'll list just about anything before Pepe, I feel like, at this point. But
don't at me, he said though.
Yeah,
but people don't know that's actually bullish for Pepe.
Yeah, the longer it does well without tier 1 listings is bullish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the real alpha.
It is. It is indeed. What about Tau, Jackus?
Amazing.
Yeah, breakout.
Yeah, it's and I love it. Like at least there is something apart from memes currently printing a lot still. And that's AI, right? So I still think that I think actually I'll jump a little bit over, but what's interesting is that we never really got that GameFi narrative. going on in crypto. Like there were hints, right? We've seen stuff like do a little of something, but never really done anything. Don't even know if it ever will.
Yeah.
Although, like, to me, GameFi or like tokens in games just make the most sense to me, but somehow the market doesn't want it.
Well, we were in this a long time ago. We were in this and we bought it. We made this trade before that, thank God. But this is one of those GameFi you were talking about where it's just like they got listed on Coinbase day one and just have done nothing. Just got
That's why you don't want that listing. You don't want that listing early.
Yeah.
Yeah. If anything, you want
Nowadays,
it like towards the end.
it was different in the past. Like having a Binance listing in the past was just absolutely amazing. We just send it forever. Nowadays, Binance listings are exit bumps.
Well, I
basically.
mean, look at Nero though. Like that thing pumped from like 20 mil to like 700 mil.
Here's your
on
GameFi.
Yeah, that's.
Or I guess there's your metaverse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Comeback story. Hey.
Yeah.
I bet there's so much dilution.
It's so much like Dash. Do you guys know Dash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was legit. That was
Yeah.
legit the hot topic. You do not have the history.
I know
You do
that's
not have
not
the
that's
history.
not all the way back.
Yeah,
Maybe the
that's the
Coinbase
prior
one.
side. No, just the index one. Tucker, I gotta teach
Where
you
is
to
it?
use the crypto. Yeah,
This
the
one?
crypto. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember this. I remember that. I mean, this is euthanasia roller coaster right here. You might get.
Do you see that? Do you see that little blimp in the middle? That's Sandy cycle. That little 2000. Yeah, that's sand the cycle. Can you put sand next to it? Or below it or whatever?
Yeah, let's put it below.
Yeah. No, actually, don't put it in a new window. Put it in a new window. All right, that's going to be better. Below, put it below.
Oh, you want it like this?
Yeah. And then use the 2021 pump. Yeah, do that lining with Dash in 2017. Exactly.
Like that one or this one?
Yeah. Like that.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Put it on the weekly below because you have different time frames there. Yeah.
Basically
that.
that.
Yeah.
I see.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming.
Wow.
It's
So you're
called Burj
saying like
Khalifa.
you're saying like there.
Yeah.
Burj Khalifa and exit pump.
Wow. Yeah, I could see that.
There's a lot of stuff that looks like this. So like tokens from last cycle that are like, in my opinion, they're like easy 2 to 3x layups. They're gonna do stuff like this. Like they're not gonna make it back to the old all-time high, but they'll rally and then die again. But there's a lot of easy setups I feel like out there right now that look like this.
Yeah, but I feel this is only a pump for the VCs who just have like too many tokens. Because if you are a retail guy, you'll just do better if you sell right here, right now, and just swap it to something else that's new for this cycle. Yeah. Because you do not have liquidity issues,
or bag holders.
Like it's not worse for the retail to wait for sand to pump because it will, but something else will just pump incredibly way more.
Yeah. What about what's the other one? What was the other metaverse?
Mana.
Yeah.
I know them all, man. It's like Pokemon.
There.
It's right the same.
It's the same chart, bro. Oh man. Yeah, it does feel like you're maybe in here.
Yeah, something like that, right? More or less.
Yeah.
More or less. It's going to sweep all those 2023 highs on the left, and then it's going to retest that. What is it, like $1.8 for? Yeah, exactly. You know it's coming, which is still like, if you look at it, right? That's still like, that looks to me like something like 500%, 600%.
Yeah. That thing went up 1,700. Wow. Well, I guess I should take it from
Yeah,
here. Yeah, 500%. Wow.
insane.
That's this little 6x. Yeah.
But the only way like these are useful is that you know that it's coming, guys. It's coming in the next 6 months. 600% for mana is 6,000% on mid caps, and it's 60,000% on low caps.
So I guess I was typing this out. I should just say it. Website says silver gets access to microcaps. We need to change that on the website. We had to change it because when silver's cheaper than gold, right? And people were coming in for the cheaper price and just putting in like scam contracts. So we had to move it because people were just trying to use BB liquidity to pump and dump. So we had to move microcap to gold, and now that doesn't happen anymore. We had to do that. That was that was when stuff was getting crazy in like May. That was like true kind of alt season. May was, so yeah, we had to do that. I'm gonna text Ed right now. He needs to move that, but
I actually didn't know.
no, it was bad. We literally couldn't moderate it. There was probably 10,000 messages a day in microcap. Like it was crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna tell Ed to move that. But
I remember when they did the same in the memes channel, and I was like, guys, can you actually please start posting memes in the channel? And they just kept posting tickers. So I just
yeah, I was just contract address after contract address. It was wild. Yeah, we almost had to shut the microcap channel down completely. It was bad.
So what is Bitcoin doing here, guys? Are we rugging finally? I just wanna have it
What do you
over.
mean, are
Right?
we
Like,
rugging finally? It seems like you want to rug, Jackass.
I won't,
You-
because the sooner it happens, I know we are ready to just go up straight away, right?
Fair.
Because I
fair.
feel like I feel the price just wants to do it, and I do not want to see us do these like little, sideways movements through the whole week so that we do it next week, right? I would rather like have it already done and then up.
Well, I was thinking about this earlier today. Like, in order for this move
Or
to happen,
wait, to finish up, or just
yeah,
reclaim the fucking levels. I
yeah,
don't care
Yeah.
which one of these it
either
is,
way.
right?
Well,
Well,
that's
we were
like the two ways that Bitcoin pumps, right? It's either like a V out of that, right? You get the big dump so you can rip, or it's like this, okay, where you slowly just the bid
Yeah.
moves up and then
Yeah.
just, So this is what I mean. Obviously, this is a tiny little range. We've been here for 6 months. Like, I feel like you're gonna do something more so like this, but where you could, I mean, that could still be valid though. Let me just delete all this. Like, you could, you could say the bid's being moved up, right? Whatever. But
The
that would
range
be
is now, guys, by the way, all right. The range is now been going on for 223 days.
That's freaking crazy.
223 days. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's far too long.
I I don't think. I think someone told me that's the longest one we had. It's longer. It's definitely longer now than the March to October 2023.
Wait, hold on. We have to revisit something that just happened, Louis. Louis, you're gonna love this.
Bam. Yeah.
Study that.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's beautiful. That's the
I
Louis wedge
told you.
into a demand. Come on.
It's gonna follow Sigma, man. It's gonna follow Sigma. It's
That's
just now
crazy.
breaking out.
Yeah, I love that.
But I
We just
need
gotta hold
Bitcoin
that.
to not, yeah, I need Bitcoin to not just rug here. That needs to
Well,
happen.
I know we were looking at the heat map earlier. We did run that local liquidity at 61.8 on Bitcoin. So I mean that's a
Mhm.
plus. So we did run that liquidity. So now we kind of got to see: are we just gonna push from there, or are we gonna sweep the low? It's really what
Yeah,
it comes down to.
I think that's valid. I think this is also valid. I think anywhere in here is fine. I just wouldn't want to set a new low, really. And I know we could, and it's fine on like, a daily time frame. We could set a new low. But short term, I'd like to see this hold. All right, what are we looking at, boys?
I'm just currently checking the ranges and the lengths of them. So it seems that the longest one. Well, I suppose it would depend on how like people draw the ranges, right? Or like
Mhm.
where do they begin for them? But I would say that like the longest basically going on was 287 days.
Mhm.
So we are currently on 223. So yeah.
When was that?
I mean, you could say, right? You could
I,
say
I, I
that.
was I was using the basically like it's like the 2018 one basically
Mhm.
where it dropped to 6k and then it built a 6k base which everyone thought will never break again. Then it broke.
Yeah.
So
I
like
remember
if
that.
I calculated from that February low of 2008, then which I suppose that's it it's not really like a range, right? It's like a
It's a downtrend.
downtrending triangle, right? Or whatever
Mhm.
is the proper name for it. But that took 280 days.
Mhm.
I mean, let's mid bull market range or consolidations. This is definitely the longest one. You know what I mean?
This one was long. It wasn't longer than the 2018 one, and it had a deviation in between, which is important to mention.
I mean,
Right?
this, if you want to count like, this down here is a little range. That was like 280 days.
Yeah, this definitely was. But as I said, right, it had that little deviation in between.
Yeah.
So, but we could like count it this way, right? We could
Mhm.
sort of. It's
Yeah. Yeah, we've been here a while. I think people are getting tired of it for sure.
I was saying in March that we are likely to head into some sort of either pullback or reaccumulation. Boy, I never knew that it would be so long.
Hmm. I didn't either. Oh, we closed a 3-day today. Not looking good, though. Not looking good,
Are you worried,
unfortunately.
bro? Are you worried?
I'm not worried.
No, it's the same guy meme, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. I
Bull
don't know. I
flag.
just think we're gonna be giga bullish for the next like 9 months. So
Bull
it is
flag.
what it is.
bring it.
Bring it on.
All right, guys. I suppose it's a good way to wrap it up. Good time. What do you think?
Yeah, we've been going for a little bit over an hour, so let me do this.
I did see some. I don't know what Tucker's cooking up over there, but I did see some people looking that are interested, in joining us. We do have some coupon codes. We have 2 coupon codes. We have Jackus9 and we have Louis9. Whoever you like better, you use their code.
Which,
But
by the
that'll
way,
give you,
makes no sense as it's 9, but it's actually 10. But
yeah,
go.
that gives you 10% off
Don't
all
worry about it.
products.
Don't question. Don't question
Yeah,
it. Don't
that
question
gives you 10% off all
Nice.
products for life. So that's every month you pay for your prescription, you'll have that 10% off attached to your account for life until you cancel. So, Jackus9, Louis9, either one will net you 10% off any of our products for life.
Yeah. So, anyways, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here, but just wanted to bring this to everyone's attention. The pay with crypto feature is nice. It's nice, by the way. Paying for gas, as Max says. But I told Ed we do need to move this. Okay, so I know Kanehurst. I'm sorry, but it is in the gold tier. I will have to say, but
Just think about it
anyways,
this way: that $150 difference you'll make back in one play.
that's the
Successful
thing.
play.
Like
If you pay
like
it, it'll pay for itself.
we can't promise, we can't guarantee anything, but if you
Yeah.
talk to some of the other members in the Discord, you should be able to, cover your monthly fee for years, right? That's the goal. That's the goal, at least, is that you should be able to pay this off for years and years and years within, I don't want to like give time frames, but soon,
Yeah.
right? Soon. But
Soon.
anyway,
Imminently.
yeah, soon. But no, guys, these are all products we took literal years to create and curate and make good for you guys, or else we wouldn't put them out there. And also, they wouldn't cost this much if they weren't good. And if we actually all didn't put in hours and hours and hours a week and per day on these things. So just putting it out there. You guys know the pitch if you watch this all the time. So I don't know what you need to get the bump to join, but we have been absolutely slaughtering it recently. Okay. This is what I was talking about at the beginning. ETH BTC down only, Bitcoin dominance up only, Bitcoin ranging, Discord printing, okay, on altcoins. Do the math, right? Like, how is this possible? It's Wabi season. It's Wabi season right now, guys. And that's this microcap channel cannot be faded. I will just say that. But testimonials, all that good stuff. You guys have seen the terminal. I mean, I can pull it up if you want, but you guys know what it is, right? Spaghetti charts. There's a little snippet of the Discord. But yeah, terminal, spaghetti charts, heat maps, all the things, right? We come on here, we do this for you guys every day for free. So if you want to keep watching for free, that's fine. But if you want to partake in some of the plays we've been in, the real access is the Discord, and the terminal is your tool. So also, we are going to have order execution on the terminal direct to your Bybit, direct to your KuCoin, whatever exchange you use, Hyperliquid. We're going to have order execution built into the terminal within 2 weeks, I heard from the dev. So that is coming soon. Yeah, like custom order execution. It's gonna be something special. Ed is cooking right now. So just wanted to make everyone aware of that. But yeah, he is continuing to upgrade that thing every day. So
Nav D1. This is guys. Please also cover promising utility alts instead of only meme coins. We do. We have multiple of our analysts. TA channels. I cover a ton of utility and higher cap coins as well. In the Discord, trade setups, charts. You're getting that nonstop. We're not just meme coins. We're way more than that. And that's what's great, right? Because you have multiple different analysts, right? You got me, you got Tucker, you got Jackus, you got Max, you got Will, you got Tommy. We all look at the market slightly different, and we bring a different perspective and different plays for different type of investors, right? So you have that. That's what's great. Most of these groups that you see in crypto, it's one guy, one group chat, and that's all you have. Here you have six of us. And we're some of the best in the space, not just tooting our own horn, but just looking out there over the last 6 to 8 months. We've lasted the test of time, especially in the tough times. We've hit multiple X's for our subscribers as well as our personal investments. So, that's what makes us different for sure.
Yeah. It is a nice diversified team, but so yeah, that's the Discord, that's the terminal. You guys know about the Academy. I'm sure if you don't, you should check that out. Where is it? It's up here somewhere. There it is. Free course over here, free course over here. There's the big course, right? That's the big one. Took us 6 months to put this thing together. There's quizzes, there's a test at the end, right? Like it's pretty comprehensive, and it's myself, Tommy, Max, Jack as well, right? Everybody's in there, so yeah, it's a real deal.
As No Way Jose says, we have the best Sui Kowal and BB. That's true. He should get paid for it. He should get paid for promoting it so much.
Yeah, no, he really should. Let's see. Last thing, guys, besides those things is the BB Wealth Management Fund. Again, you guys have probably heard about it, but we are SEC registered. We have a crypto hedge fund, long and short. We've been doing very, very well recently, as I'm sure you can imagine. So if you want to continue with crypto, maybe not pay as much attention to your investments and just give it to some people to take care of, that's what we're here for. Myself, Max, Tommy, Jackus, Louie are all traders within the fund. And yeah, we've been killing it, guys. So there is a contact form on the BB Wealth Management Twitter page, which is linked in the description below. If you're interested, we can schedule a meeting. So that is it, guys. That is it for us today. I see Aura is pumping for the boys. We love to see it. I think we're just getting started there. So yeah, that should play out well. It's up 40% on the day. Who could have foreseen? But anyways, guys, that is it. That is it for us. We appreciate you all being here, and we will be back tomorrow. So everyone, have a good rest of your day.